Good morning, students. In today's class, we're going to take the summary of the story, A Cup of Tea by Catherine Mansfield. Before I take the critical summary of the story, let me tell you a little bit about the story in detail. When the story begins, we have the depiction of the chief characteristics of the female protagonist, Rosemary Fell. She was pretty, young, brilliant, extremely modern, extraordinarily well-dressed, amazingly well-read. She was very rich in organized parties, and her parties were the most delicious mixture of the really important people. Her shopping used to be very expensive and choosy. It happens in the story that one winter afternoon, Rosemary went inside a little antique shop in Curzon Street. This was the usual shop where the shopkeeper was ridiculously fond of serving her. When she reached the shop, the man on the counter showed her an exquisite little enamel box with a very fine glaze, as if baked in cream. It was very beautiful. The shopman was much interested to sell this creamy box to her, as he would gain a big margin. As the box was too expensive, priced 28 guineas, Rosemary asked the shopkeeper to keep it for her. The weather on that winter afternoon was not fine. It was rainy and dark. Rosemary also felt a cold, bitter taste in the air and thought of having an extra special tea at home. When she was just about to turn back and sit in her car, at that very instant, a young thing, dark, shadowy, a little poor creature, a beggar girl, later named Miss Smith, asked for the price of a cup of tea in a very sobbing manner. Rosemary thought of extraordinary move than extraordinary adventure. She brought that shivering thing, beggar girl, to her big cozy house, though the poor girl was very apprehensive. Rosemary wanted to prove to the girl that wonderful things happen in life, that fairy godmother like her were real, and that rich people like her had hearts, that women were sisters. Since she wanted to prove all these points, she brought that little girl to her house and offered her a cup of tea. The poor beggar girl felt much uncomfortable in her new surroundings, amidst warmth, softness, a sweet scent, beautiful big bedroom, curtains, wonder furniture, gold cushions, and comfy chair of Rosemary's house. After much difficulty, Rosemary could handle that poor girl and make her take a slight meal of sandwich, bread and butter, and tea. The slight meal had a big effect upon the poor beggar girl. At this juncture, Philip, Rosemary's husband, entered their room and wanted to know all about this real pickup. He tried hard to make Rosemary understand the difficulties in her plan to be nice to this pickup girl, and he explained that Rosemary's plan were just not feasible. But to explain his wife properly, he had to adopt some other method to get rid of this poor beggar girl. He aroused feelings of jealousy in Rosemary's mind by praising beggar girl's beauty. He called her pretty, absolutely lovely. Now Rosemary considered the beggar girl her rival in beauty and love. Rosemary did not want to lose her husband. She paid the poor little girl a present of money and sent her out. Rosemary dressed up herself by doing her hair, darkening her eyes, and putting on pearls in order to look attractive. As she talked to her husband, her tone became husky and troubled. Now she could see the danger in her fascinating plan. Now this much is the outline of the story. Let us take the critical appreciation of the story. In A Cup of Tea by Catherine Mansfield, we have the theme of jealousy, insecurity, materialism, and class. Taken from her The Dove's Nest and Other Stories collection, the story is narrated in the third person by an unnamed narrator, and after reading the story, the reader realizes that Mansfield may be exploring the theme of class, or rather the differences between social classes. By telling the reader that they were rich, really rich, not just comfortably well off, Mansfield succeeds in not only highlighting to the reader how wealthy Rosemary and Philip are, but more importantly, she managed to highlight how different Rosemary is from others. Something that is a little clearer when Mansfield also tells the reader if Rosemary wanted to shop, she would go to Paris, as you and I would go to the Bond Street. Though it may appear to be insignificant, the fact that Rosemary has a car may also be important, as by introducing the car into the story, it is possible that Mansfield is further highlighting the class differences that exist between Rosemary and those around her. At the time the story was written, only the very wealthy, mostly upper class, would have had the resources to buy a car. The fact that Rosemary is surprised when Miss Smith first speaks to her also suggests that Rosemary may be different to others. It would have been uncommon at the time when the story was written for those considered to be of a lower class like Miss Smith to engage with those considered to be upper class like Rosemary. It is also interesting that Rosemary thinks it is extraordinary that Miss Smith has no money. This was again suggests that Rosemary is different from other people. She can't imagine that somebody would have no money. By describing Miss Smith as the other when Rosemary leads Miss Smith into the hall of her home and Rosemary as being like the rich little girl in her nursery, Mansfield may be further highlighting the difference in class between both Miss Smith and Rosemary. It is also interesting to note that Rosemary, while Miss Smith is in a bedroom having tea, leave Miss Smith hat and coat on the floor. By doing so, Mansfield may be suggesting that in Rosemary's eyes, Miss Smith is not her equal. This would further highlight the difference in class between Miss Smith and Rosemary. The reader also doubts that Rosemary would take the same course of action should one of the upper class friends visit her home. At no stage in the story does the reader feel that Rosemary, by taking Miss Smith home with her, is doing so for the benefit of Miss Smith. Rather, it serves to boost Rosemary's perception of herself. She does, after all, consider the taking of Miss Smith home with her to be an adventure, something she will be able to boast about to her friends. There is also some symbolism in the story which may be important. The little box that Rosemary sees in the antique shop, by telling the reader that Rosemary must have it, Mansfield may be highlighting the importance of material things to Rosemary. Mansfield also appears to be using the setting after Rosemary leaves the antique shop to highlight Rosemary's mood after she is unable to buy the little box. Mansfield tells the reader that the rain was falling, and with the rain it seemed the dark came too, spinning down like ashes. There was a cold, bitter taste in the air, and the new highlighted lamps look sad. In many ways, this setting mirrors how Rosemary may feel about having to leave the shop without purchasing the little box. The flowers that Rosemary buys may also have some symbolic importance. By telling the reader that Rosemary wanted those and those and those, give me 4 bunches of those, Mansfield may be further highlighting how different Rosemary is from other people due to her wealth and how extravagant she is. Rather than just purchasing one bunch of flowers, as most people would and could only afford to do, Rosemary ends up with several. Rosemary's change of attitude towards Miss Smith after Philip tells her that he thinks Miss Smith is pretty is also interesting. It is from Philip's remark that the reader realizes not only is Rosemary jealous of Miss Smith because she is pretty, but she also appears to be insecure about her own physical appearance. It may also be a case that Philip is attempting to manipulate or control Rosemary, just as she has Miss Smith. By telling Rosemary that Miss Smith is pretty, Philip is aware that it will result in Rosemary not only feeling jealous, but it will also ensure that Miss Smith leaves their home just as Philip wants her to do. If anything, Philip appears to want to dissociate himself and Rosemary from Miss Smith, which would again play on the theme of class. Philip does not want to associate himself with those Miss Smith he considered to be of a lower class. How insecure Rosemary may feel about her physical appearance is further noticeable by the fact that after Miss Smith leaves Rosemary's home, Mansfield tells the reader that Rosemary done her hair, darkened her eyes a little, and put on the pearls. This action is important as it suggests that Rosemary is attempting to make herself pretty, at least in Philip's eyes. The fact that Rosemary asked Philip for the money to buy the little box may also be significant, as it would again highlight the importance of material things to Rosemary. Also, by ending the story with Rosemary asking Philip, "Am I pretty?" Mansfield may be further highlighting how insecure Rosemary feels about her physical appearance. Despite being wealthy and living a life that the majority of people at the time the story was written were unable to live, Rosemary is insecure. So this much for the class today. In tomorrow's class, we are going to take the story in detail with the text. Thank you.